sectional round here, the championship game at the Memorial Coliseum in Fort Wayne today. Sectional 1 championship hits the New Haven Bulldogs, conqueror of mighty Northrop earlier this week, against Bishop Dwenger. The Saints are in the championship game of the sectional for the second consecutive year. I'm Hilliard Gates along with my colleague Dick DeFay. We're delighted you've joined us here, and we're waiting now for the teams to come out, and they're ready to go. Let's go to the public address system. The announcer is John Churchward.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Here are the rosters and starting lineups for today's championship contest. First, for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Bishop Dwenger High School Saints. A 5'9" junior, number 10, Mike Scudder. A 5'10" junior, number 12, Tim Burns. A 5'9" junior, number 14, Dave Lyon. A 6'3" senior, number 20, Dave Westrup. A 6'7" junior, number 34, Chris Kinney. A 6'3" junior, number 40, John Sullivan. A 6'4" senior, number 52, Tim Pelkington. The starting lineup for the Saints. At one forward, a 6'3" senior, number 32, Randy Lewandowski. The other forward, a 6'7" senior, number 44, Pat Murphy. Starting at center, a 6'4" senior, number 54, Steve Fiacable. At one guard, a 6'3" senior, number 22, Jeff Rolfson. And the other guard, a 6'2" senior, number 24, John Coretta. The head coach of the Saints, Mr. Mark Johnson. And now the home team on the scoreboard, the New Haven High School Bulldogs. A 6'3" senior, number 11, Mike DeCamp. A 6'1" junior, number 12, J.R. Parent. A 5'10" senior, number 13, Brian Miller. A 6'1" junior, number 15, Brad Stouffer. A 6'5" sophomore, number 23, Ray Peters. A 6'4" junior, number 24, Paul Zerbach. A 6'5" junior, number 25, Steve Redmond. The starting lineup for the Bulldogs. At one forward, a 6'3" senior, number 20, Troy Fritcha. The other forward, a 6'4" senior, number 22, Jim Miller. At center, a 6'4" senior, number 21, John Stewart. At one guard, a 5'9" junior, number 10, Dave Doster. And the other guard, a 6'2" junior, number 14, Troy Hopper. The head coach of the Bulldogs, Mr. Ron Hopper.
And the officials for today's game are Ken Dickman and Dave Long. We'll be back with the opening tip-off in a moment.
The laugh of a child. America's pastime. Things that are genuine you can eat. Eckrich all beef franks. Still all hand-trimmed beef and spices. Smoked over hardwood embers. Still nothing artificial. And still our genuine best. Eckrich. The very best from our house to yours.
Moving into town, huh?
Yeah.
Be needing a doctor?
Yeah, I suppose I will.
Family sure looks healthy. But do you have a family doctor?
Well, no.
If you need a doctor, call the Kaler-Nickel Physicians Referral Service. Dial this toll-free number and ask for PRS. We'll make sure you get the right doctor for the treatment you need, and you'll receive written credentials of the Kaler-Nickel doctors specializing in your medical needs. PRS, the Physicians Referral Service, is a free service provided by Kaler-Nickel Medical Center.
And we're ready for the opening tip-off. John Stewart and Steve Fiacable. And we're underway. Bishop Dwenger in the dark uniforms. Moving around the outside of a zone defense. This is a matchup zone inside. New Haven in right uniform. A turnover. Intercepted by Dave Baxter. Dave into the attacking zone for the New Haven Bulldogs. Into the pivot. Ball deflected. Picked up by John Stewart. Stewart scores. John Stewart gives New Haven a 2-0 lead in the outset of the game. 7:28 to go in the first period. Bishop Dwenger, coached by Mark Johnson. Long outside shot. Coretta scores. John Coretta scoring, tying the game at 2-2. Coretta an outside three-point shot. A 3-2 lead. 3 points on the shot. Turnaround jumper as Christian misses. Coretta on the drive. Rolfson. Lewandowski. Rolfson from the left corner. Yes! Rolfson scores it 5-2. Bishop Dwenger off to an early lead, doing what they do well, and that's fire the basketball through the rim. Troy Hofer, Tony Pritchard. Ball is knocked away. Foul. This will be charged to Jeff Rolfson. New Haven a 13-17 this year. Bishop Dwenger 17-5. Mark Johnson with the team in the sectional championship for the second consecutive year. New Haven has been in 3 previous sectional championship games. Neither Dwenger nor New Haven has won a sectional championship. Not a shooting foul. Possession foul out of bounds to New Haven in white. It'll be Tony Pritchard inbounding the ball. Jim Miller outside is to Hofer. Shot from the corner is way short. Taken by Troy Pritchard, the leading scorer on the team. Coretta losing the ball. Stolen beautifully by Dave Baxter of New Haven. Into the attacking zone. The jumper short. Rebound controlled by Jeff Rolfson of Dwenger. We're just underway. 5-2. First period here at the Memorial Coliseum. Fiacable going and shooting and missing, but a foul. So big Husky Steve Fiacable on his way to Indiana University on a football scholarship.
John Stewart, number 21, picks up the foul here. There's Fiacable on the baseline, and there's a slap by John Stewart right over the shoulder of Fiacable. I'm not sure I didn't want to tangle with Fiacable. Bam. He got hit pretty hard there by Stewart. John wanted to make sure he didn't make the basket.
He scores on the first free throw. He's not been a good free throw shooter this season. He averages 3.4 points a game, has scored just 2 points in this tournament this week. But who's going to argue with him? He gets 2, and Bishop Dwenger now leads it 7-2 in the early going. New Haven moving the ball around the zone defense of Bishop Dwenger. They move it quickly. They're a very quick ball club. They shoot outside well. Inside pass goes to Troy Pritchard, and a foul will be charged against Bishop Dwenger. The score is 7-2, Dwenger on top. This is the only game in the IHSAA going on this afternoon. Charged the foul to Jeff Rolfson. That's his second of this game, and we may see activity on the Bishop Dwenger bench. Possession play to New Haven. Troy Hofer with the basketball. His father coaches the New Haven team. Troy, an outstanding athlete. From the corner. He missed it. Pulled down. Dwenger. Fiacable breaking. Going under. Missing the shot. Rebound to Rolfson of Bishop Dwenger. To Fiacable. Dribbles in the traffic. Weaves it back out. The jump shot by Pat Murphy. Not good. That's only the second time Pat has handled the ball so far in the first period of this sectional championship game. Ball is knocked out of bounds. Possession now, Bishop Dwenger leading it by 5. We're at the 5-minute, 37-second mark of period number 1. Tonight, we'll have Fort Wayne Southside against Fort Wayne Elmhurst at 8 o'clock. Blistering game here last night with Concordia and South. Jump shot by Randy Lewandowski. averages 10 points a game. It is a 9-2 lead for Dwenger early in the outset of the first period. Into the pivot. Jumping, shooting, scoring, and a nice bank-in play is John Stewart, second leading scorer on the team. Had 22 points in this tournament this week until that field goal. Murphy's shot is not good. Scramble for the rebound. Jeff Rolfson comes up with it for Bishop Dwenger. Rolfson's shot is good from the corner. It's a two-point play. He was not all the way outside of that line. Netting is tangled. Substitution, 13 enters. Brian Miller, averaging 6.3 points a game, going in at guard for the New Haven Bulldogs. Miller bringing the ball down now. They go into the pivot. And a traveling violation has been called against the New Haven Bulldogs. Miller pulled himself out on the outside, Dick, and maybe going to handle the ball a little more.
Stewart made a nice move there, but he traveled first.
Coretta, Lewandowski. Coretta, as you get familiar with these players with us. Rolfson now for Bishop Dwenger. Lost only 5 games this season. Excellent offensive basketball team. Fiacable on the high post. Back to Coretta. And the whistles blow on the lane. There'll be a pushing foul charged against Troy Hofer. Inbounded by Pat Murphy. Let's watch the play develop. Deflected, but into the hands of Coretta. Now to Lewandowski. Back to Coretta. The left-hander is short. Rebound struggle for, recovered by Troy Pritchett of New Haven. A fast break. John Stewart has it stolen. Good play by John Coretta of Bishop Dwenger. 4 minutes, 6 seconds to go in the first period. Ball lost out of bounds by Jeff Rolfson. Inbounded by the New Haven Bulldogs.
New Haven's using the same defense that they used against Northrop and beating the Northrop Bruins, but they haven't had time to get it settled down yet.
Dwenger runs the ball a lot more than Northrop did. Banking shot is missed by Troy Pritchett. Rebound inside. This is John Stewart. Misses the shot. Rebounded by Rolfson. To Coretta on the break. They play a full court game, Dwenger does. The jump shot banked in by Coretta. He now has 5 points. And Dwenger is way out in front, 13-4 in the early going of this game. Stewart scores. John has 6 points. He has all of New Haven's points in the game so far. It'll be inbounded by Bishop Dwenger. Substitution, 11 is Mike DeCamp going in for New Haven. Timeout has been called. We'll be back at the Memorial Coliseum with more action. The score, Bishop Dwenger, Fort Wayne 13, New Haven Bulldogs 6.
Heck of a way to go.
Yep.
Way I hear it, never had a chance.
Nope.
Pauper's grave, no family. Gall darn shame.
One last look, just out of respect.
Why not? Pretty young for a transmission.
Ought to be humming along in 3rd gear.
Way I heard it, took it in for an inspection. Never made it off the table.
If they'd only known about Russ Moore transmission. #1 in Fort Wayne for over 30 years.
No doubt about it. Be alive today.
Yep.
Things made the traditional way. A birthday wish. Chantilly lace. Things made the traditional way you can eat. Eckrich smoked sausage. Still made with selected cuts of beef and spices. Still smoked over hardwood embers. And still handmade the traditional way since 1895. Eckrich, the very best from our house to yours.
Possession, Bishop Dwenger. The Marion Giants were beaten last night by Mississina, where we'll have a new state champion. And some of the other strong teams were eliminated. Jay County was one. Here's Coretta. Shot was blocked. Knocked out of bounds by Troy Pritchett. Good defensive play by Troy of New Haven. The offensive end of the court for the Saints. John Coretta. Fine all-round athlete. Lewandowski from the left, misses it. Rebound. This is Mike DeCamp, who was put in the game for his rebounding ability. He's 5'10", giving New Haven a little more size at guard. Troy Fritchie for New Haven. Whistles are blowing on the lane. Going to be a foul against Bishop Dwenger off the pivot. Foul is charged to 24, John Coretta. Chris Kinney going in. Coming out, Steve Fiacable for Bishop Dwenger. Kinney, an excellent sixth man on this ball team. Brian Miller with the basketball. Troy Fritchie knocked out of his hand by Randy Lewandowski.
They're playing Fritchie tough. Yeah, don't want him to get the ball if at all possible. Good outside shooter.
Well, they're now in a man-to-man on the inbounds play. This is Fritchie. Lewandowski is on him. Hofer shot short. Rebound inside. Laid up and scored by Troy Fritchie. So that's the first basket, other than the three by John Stewart, scored by New Haven. It's now 13-8. Dwenger by 5. 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Jeff Ralston. Substitution. J.R. Parent, a 4-point-per-game average player, going in, replacing Troy Hofer for New Haven. Dwenger substitution, good ball handler, quick lad, Tim Burns. Not a scorer, but he's in there to run the offense. J.R. Parent for New Haven. Troy Fritchie. John Stewart. Outside shot. Got it!
Good for three.
Miller. 3 points. 13-11. So New Haven right back in the ball game here with 2:07 to go in period number 1. Lewandowski scores on a bank in. That's his second field goal of the quarter. 15-11. The Saints lead it by 4. Man-to-man defense. Stewart lost the ball. Coretta, layup, left-hander score. Coretta now with 7 points in the game, and it's 17-11. For the Fort Wayne Sectional Tournament, Memorial Coliseum in Fort Wayne. Half court, left corner, bounding not good. Rebound pulled down by Pat Murphy, who has not figured consistently yet in the offense. Chris Kinney driving, jumping, shooting, scoring. Chris Kinney averages 9 a game. Excellent sixth man coming off the bench. So it is 19-11. Dwenger by 8. With 70 seconds to go in the period, the ball is kicked, and there may be a foul. It is on Lewandowski. Bishop Dwenger, Lewandowski picked up the foul. Going to the line will be Troy Fritchie, leading scorer on this team, averaging 17.6 a game. Not a shooting violation. Troy, 361 points this year, including 2 this afternoon. Traveling call. Turnover, gives the ball back to Bishop Dwenger. That's New Haven's 5th turnover of the game. Rebounds are about even. A little bit in favor of Bishop Dwenger, 1 or 2. This is Lewandowski jumping, missing, foul. This will be charged to Troy Fritchie. So New Haven going deep on the bench in the first quarter of the game to get a combination that can stop Bishop Dwenger and also get some points on the board. Jim Miller has replaced Troy Fritchie. So Randy Lewandowski, 73% at the foul lane this season. He scores, 5th point, averages 10 a game. He's 6'3".
Good baseball pitcher, and he throws the ball left-handed. Look here, he's shooting right-handed.
Also plays first base. So it's 21-11, a 10-point lead for the Saints at 50 seconds. J.R. Parent brings it down into Stewart. Loses the ball, and then a jump ball is called. Stewart a little unhappy, not able to get that ball away. He was in his territory.
He's talking to somebody. I don't know whether it's a Dwenger player or to the official, but he's a little bit unhappy. Thought maybe they roughed him up a little bit on the floor.
Mike DeCamp will inbound the ball for New Haven. Jim Miller, J.R. Parent, Mike DeCamp, and the whistles blow off the lane to the right. Foul will be charged to Bishop Dwenger. Looks like it's Chris Kinney's number going to be called here.
Boy, the play underneath there is pretty rough. You want to watch out for the elbows. Now watch Kinney, number 34 there. He's pushing Miller. Boy, is he pushing him. Chris acts a little bit surprised when the official blew the whistle.
Jim Miller will be on the foul line with 36 seconds to go in the first period. Also entering the game is Steve Redmond, a junior for New Haven. And coming off the court is John Stewart. John got a little overheated, apparently, and Ron Hofer doesn't want to lose him out there, so he puts him on the bench and let him settle down a bit. Here is Jim Miller on the line, 1+1. Short. Miller, a good free throw at 74%, but that was well short. So with a half a minute to go, it's 21-11. Dwenger on top against New Haven, team that took out Fort Wayne Northrop. And quite a ball game here a couple of nights ago. Going to play it down for the last shot. New Haven is playing a matchup zone here. 10 seconds. Coretta with it. 7, 6. Lewandowski, Coretta, they want him to have the ball. Here's his shot. He missed it off the side. Rebound is tipped up in. A left-handed tip by Tim Burns scores. And that's the buzzer. The end of the first quarter finds Bishop Dwenger of Fort Wayne, the Saints on top over New Haven's Bulldogs, 23-11. We'll have more following these messages.
Things that take patience. Kids, puppies. Things that take patience you can eat. Eckrich beef bologna. Still made with fresh cuts of meat and spices. Still slow cooked for hours and hours, patiently. Because since 1895, the only way to get that purely Eckrich taste is to get there slowly. Eckrich, the very best from our house to yours.
Here's the rebound by Tim Burns right at the end of the first period. A spectacular shot, and it goes through. And so that made it 23-11 in favor of Bishop Dwenger. Inbounding the ball is Tim Burns to John Coretta. No changes in the New Haven defense. 23-11, the Saints on top. Good basketball game, but New Haven has not become on track yet. The ball is rebounded by Troy Pritchett. J.R. Parent attacking now for the Bulldogs. Husky lad in the pivot is Steve Redmond with the basketball. Putting a little more strength in there. Back in the lineup is Dave Doster. Doster has it now. There's another fine athlete. This is J.R. Parent. Man defense by Bishop Dwenger. They started zone. Deflected pass. Chris Kinney gets it up. Lewandowski. This is traveling will be called on Tim Burns. He didn't establish a pivot foot. Comes back to New Haven. New Haven averages 72 points a game. Entering for the second time, John Stewart, second leading scorer on New Haven. Also back in is starter Troy Hofer. Troy Hofer. Dave Doster. Pritchett misses it. Rebound, nice rebound, controlled by Pat Murphy. Murphy has some of the colleges in the Midwest looking at him. Lewandowski on the outside. Coretta's left-hand jumper short. Rebound controlled by New Haven's John Stewart. Troy Hofer. Doster, bounce pass intercepted by Murphy to Coretta. 3-on-1 fast break. Coretta off to Kinney. Chris goes under, loses the ball, picks it up, shoots and scores. And I'm not sure whether the play will count or not. We'll wait and see. Here's the call. Foul is charged to Troy Hoper.
Troy Hopper, number 14 in the white, picks up the foul. There's the reach in. He tried to hit the ball and hit Chris Kinney on the arm, so I'm sure the basket will not count because the foul was called before Kinney could pick the ball up and put it off the glass.
So it's Dwenger's ball. Comes out to Kinney. Chris drops it, picks it up, shoots, and misses the shot. Hoper rebounding. Doster misses. And there's a pushing foul. This will be charged to Pat Murphy, his first of the game. Or correction the other way around. We go to the other end.
They're going to get the foul on the number 20, Troy Fritchia. Boy, he's all over the back of Murphy on this one. So the foul number 2 on Fritchia. As you can see, they're clearing out that free throw line pretty easily there, huh? Look at them, tumbling all over like dominoes.
We have a timeout here at the Memorial Coliseum. 6:29 to go in the second quarter. It's 23-11. We'll be back with more following these messages.
Things that are genuine. The laugh of a child. America's pastime. Things that are genuine you can eat. Eckrich all beef franks. Still all hand-trimmed beef and spices. Smoked over hardwood embers. Still nothing artificial. And still our genuine best. Eckrich. The very best from our house to yours.
At the Georgetown Kaler-Nickel Medical Center, we're small enough to offer old-fashioned care, yet large enough to offer the expertise of many specialists. Physicians from the Kaler-Nickel Medical Center in Bluffton visit the Georgetown location on a routine basis. From family care to foot care to arthritic problems, the Kaler-Nickel specialists are reaching out to help you. Call the Georgetown Medical Center for family care or information on the many medical specialties. The Georgetown Kaler-Nickel Medical Center.
Lewandowski at the foul line for Bishop Dwenger. He's 2 for 2 at the line this afternoon. Averages 73% at the 15-foot stripe. He's got it. Point number 7. Two more for Bishop Dwenger, enacted by Randy Lewandowski. 25-11. Fritch inside, gets the ball after some traffic and scores. Troy is an excellent basketball player, and he will get on track in this game. 25-13. Coretta, Lewandowski, Chris Kinney, short. Rebound controlled by Dwenger. Coretta's shot was blocked. Well, they're getting the rebound for Bishop Dwenger, and he's fouled as he went into the air, getting possession of the basketball.
And it looked like number 14 there, Troy Hopper, going high in the air, and as he went up, Coretta started to come up also, and there's a foul. There it is again. Nice play by Coretta, who fakes his man into the air to draw the foul.
Here's John Coretta, 82% free thrower, scores. Coretta has an unusual knack of turning his body to his right. He's a left-hander, and he kind of leans over to the right side, and it looks like he's closer to the basket than anybody when he scores. 27-13. Bishop Dwenger on top. New Haven. Shot missed, taken by Tony Fritchia. New Haven going to a modified press, but they drop back into a matchup zone. Coretta going inside. This is Murphy. Murphy shoots, misses, rebounds, and scores. Pat Murphy getting his first field goal, and Dwenger is pulling away again, 29-13 at 5:34 of the period. Beautiful long shot by Jim Miller.
Good 3 on that one, Hilliard.
Dwenger around the zone. Tim Burns back inside. Murphy got away and lays it up. Excellent ball movement by Bishop Dwenger here. And it is 31-16. Dave Doster inside. On shot as Stewart scores.
Going to be a shooting gallery out here now.
It really is. 4:54 to go. Charged the foul to Dave Doster of New Haven. One of the larger crowds we've had on Saturday afternoon in the sectionals in Fort Wayne in recent seasons. Here's Tim Burns. Mark Johnson going to his bench. We'll have a substitution in a moment. This is Tim Burns at the foul stripe. Misses. Troy Fritcha. Brian Miller. Miller driving, jumping, shooting, bounding, and good. Brian Miller gets the field goal. He has 5 points. 11-point lead for the Saints at the 4-minute 40-second mark. 31-20. Second period of the game. Foul has been charged to Chris Kinney, a little illegal screen, number 2.
Well, let's watch this one. Chris Kinney really, let's watch his elbows here. There you go. Oh, man, he hit Stewart like a fullback going across the line of scrimmage.
It was quite a pick, wasn't it?
It was a beautiful pick.
Check his teeth. John Stewart, 78 free throw shooter. Not been at the line this afternoon. He has 8 points. Steve Fiacable going in a moment for Bishop Dwenger. The 250-pound lad. Coming into your picture in a moment, right there. Chris Kinney comes out. So look at John Stewart. He gets 2. So it is now 31-22, 9-point lead for Dwenger, and New Haven going to the press. They're trapping in the backcourt. And there's a blocking foul. It'll be charged to Troy Fritcha. Their leading scorer picks up his 3rd foul. And that'll bring some activity on the bench as Mike DeKemp will go in for Fritcha. The free thrower is Lewandowski. Randy Lewandowski, the senior. And scores. He's 5 for 5 at the line. Tim Burns going in for Dave Westrup, who was in very briefly. Elmhurst and Southside play tonight at 8 o'clock. Southside outlasting Concordia in a very, very excellent ball game last night. Whistles blow before the shot. It'll be charged to Burns. Elmhurst had to come from behind. Got a shot with 4 seconds to go to win it.
Tim Burns, number 12, wasn't sure he wasn't sure whether his number was 12 or not, because the official pointed to him 12. There it is. Tim looks down. I'm 12. Foul must be on me. Doster says that's right. I want to go to this charity stripe and see if I can't pick up a couple of points here.
1+1. Free throw. He has it. Dave's a B student of him, an outstanding baseball player. Probably the most natural athlete on the New Haven basketball team. That's his first point. He gets 2. His free throw percentage is only 51 for the season. Coretta's jumping, shooting, and bounding. It's good. Coretta. That's that soft touch of John. 35-24 Dwenger at the 4-minute 5-second mark of the first half. Dave Doster driving, going in, and scoring. Basket counts. Foul on Tim Burns. So here's New Haven coming back now. Excellent play by Dave Doster.
Doster and Burns, probably the 2 smallest men on the floor right at the moment. Here's Doster making his drive down the lane. Oh, it looked like he traveled there, and Burns was right with him all the way. I couldn't really see a foul committed. Let's see if we can catch it here. Oh, yeah, I bumped him a little bit right there.
Free throw, yes, he's made 3 in a row in the last few seconds. It's now 35-27, an 8-point lead. At one stage, Dwenger led 25-11. getting closer in the final stages of the first half. Coretta short. Rebound pulled down by John Stewart. Mike DeCamp. Dave Doster. Man-to-man defense by Bishop Dwenger. John Stewart. Jim Miller scores.
He's a good three-point shooter, Hilliard.
3-point. Inside. That was Murphy having it blocked, but over the shoulder, it's John Stewart picking up his second foul.
Well, let's watch this one closely. There is number 21 coming in. There's the slap. Well, could you tell? Did he hit the ball or did he hit him over the shoulder? Lewandowski will go to the free throw line regardless of what we may have thought. The official said it was a foul.
Here's Pat Murphy.
Or Pat Murphy, I said Lewandowski.
He scored. That's his 5th point, all in the second quarter. We're at the 3-minute, 19-second mark of the second period. The Haven Bulldogs and Bishop Dwenger. Dwenger getting out to a huge lead early, and New Haven is coming back. Rebound pulled off by Jim Miller. Dave Doster. No change in defense for the Saints. All alone. Layup missed by Jim Miller, but he is fouled. Miller got in behind his man. His man could not find him, and timeout is being called here. It'll be charged to Bishop. No, it'll be charged to New Haven. 36-30, 6-point lead for Dwenger. We'll be back with more action following these messages.
One of my fondest memories as a little boy was sitting in my grandfather's chair behind his massive desk. Today, now that I'm ready to furnish my own office, I've found the best value I can get is at the all-new O'Reilly's Office Furniture World in Georgetown Square, Fort Wayne's largest office furniture showroom. From desk and chairs to files and CRT tables, O'Reilly's offers low cash and carry prices, plus complete leasing arrangements. O'Reilly's Office Furniture World in Georgetown Square. There's a world of difference.
6-point lead. Here's the last play just before the timeout as
they did
Miller went in there.
Did call a foul on Fiacable.
Yep. So here's Jim Miller at the foul line. 74% at the stripe. Missed his first free throw of this game. He has 2 3-point field goals in the contest. He shoots. He misses. One more. Miller's 3-point play field goal percentage this year was 33 going into this game. There's his first foul conversion, and it is 36-31 as the Bulldogs have pounced back into the thick of this game after being down by about 14 at one stage. Tim Burns for the Saints. Pat Murphy on the pivot, jumps it and scores it. So it's 38-31, a 7-point lead. Bishop Dwenger. Brian Miller's shot is too strong. Burns. Coretta missed it, overshot it. Rebound controlled by New Haven. Mike DeCamp. Brian Miller. Doster going down, jumping and missing it. Ball stolen out of Coretta's hands by Dave Doster. Doster of New Haven. Doster again. Inside. Outside. Scoring! 3-point play. Mike DeCamp. So it is 38-35, a 3-point lead for Bishop Dwenger with 2 minutes, 3 seconds to go in the first half. Three-point play is figure large in high school games. That's 2 points scored by Randy Lewandowski. So it is a 40-34 6-point lead for Bishop Dwenger. Still playing their man-to-man defense. Scramble for the loose ball, recovered by New Haven. Brian Miller jumping, shooting, missing it. Rebound taken off by Pat Murphy. They double team him. He dishes the ball off to Tim Burns. Burns into the front court. Passes the ball and deflected. Goes to the sideline, but it's out of bounds. It'll be Dwenger ball. Back into the lineup is Steve Redmond for New Haven.
Got a fan, a couple of fans over there caught one of the players from New Haven.
Coretta to Tim Burns. Fiacable missed the shot. Rebound not good, but a foul. They call this one on Jim Miller.
Well, let's see if we can catch the foul. Looks like DeCamp here, number 11 over the back. It is. Mike DeCamp hitting Steve Fiacable, and Fiacable, 6'4", 245 pounds, will go to the free throw line.
Two-shot call. He's 2 for 2 at the stripe this afternoon. 71 seconds to go in the half. It's good. And that'll change that 33% at that line.
Suppose Bill Mowry's up here watching you?
Well, they ought to play him at center if he can hit the basket from there like that. (42-34), 8-point lead for Dwenger. Dave Doster for New Haven. Steve Redmond on a high post now for New Haven. New Haven working outside of the defense. It's a loose zone. Doster's shot is not good. Rebound Dwenger. Burns, 45 seconds. Passing off, deflected. Intercepted by Brian Miller. Miller of New Haven on the drive. Feeds it to Doster. Doster baseline left, goes up, scores! Dave Doster, what a play. Way off balance.
Now they're going to take it away from him.
Does not count. They're taking it away. He traveled. It'll not count.
Hey, catch this one, folks. This is quite a shot. There, he's hit, knocked down, throws the ball up in the air, and they call him for traveling. It looked like he traveled after the ball went into the air.
Here's Dwenger's Tim Burns coming down. Half a minute to go in the first half. It's been a good one. Ball is knocked away. Foul will be charged to Tim Burns of Dwenger, his third of the game.
Burns had the ball knocked out of his hands. New Haven player picked it up. That was Doster, and then Burns tried to get the ball back, and he fouled Doster. Boy, Doster, 5'9" junior, is all over that court out there for the New Haven Bulldogs.
Dwenger is putting Dave Westrup in immediately to get Burns out because he has his third foul. And there are 29 seconds to go. Doster with 1+1. He's 3 for 3 at the line. High arch, and he missed it. Murphy rebounds. Dwenger in possession. John Coretta. Randy Lewandowski to Coretta with 18 seconds. He'll wind it down to the last shot, perhaps. Doster has other ideas. New Haven still pressing. Doster knocked the ball away. Recovered by Coretta. His shot is deflected into the hands of Lewandowski, and he scores. Lewandowski laid it up, and that's the end of the first half with the score. Bishop Dwenger, Fort Wayne 44, and a battling New Haven team 34. We'll be back with scoring and some guests following these messages.
I can hardly believe it, but that's me not so long ago. Mom sure dressed me well. Great looking shirt. The 4 seniors after our first sectional win. Finally graduated. You know, I've got a lot to be thankful for. Not the least of which was people making sure I ate right and drank lots of milk so I could play up to my potential. People like this lady here. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom, for buying shingles. Shingles!
Things made the traditional way. A birthday wish. Chantilly lace. Things made the traditional way you can eat. Eckrich smoked sausage. Still made with selected cuts of beef and spices. Still smoked over hardwood embers. And still handmade the traditional way since 1895. Eckrich, the very best from our house to yours.
Back here at the Memorial Coliseum, going over the scoring, 44-34 Bishop Dwenger. Randy Lewandowski has 14. Pat Murphy with 7. Steve Fiacable has a total of 4. Jeff Rolfson 4. John Coretta with 11. And Tim Burns with 2 and Chris Kinney with 2. For New Haven, it's Troy Fritcher with 4. Jim Miller with 7. John Stewart with 10. Dave Doster, he has a total of 5. And Mike DeCamp with 3, and Brian Miller has 5 points in this basketball game. 23-11, Dwenger at the end of the first quarter, halftime 44-34 in favor of the Bishop Dwenger Saints in a very interesting basketball game. Moving out to join us here now is Terry Flynn, the coach of Fort Wayne Southside, whose team will be involved against Elmhurst tonight in the number 2 sectional championship game at the Memorial Coliseum. Terry, first of all, congratulations on a tremendous victory. It was a hard-fought one, come from behind effort.
Well, it's about as hard as any we've had. We were behind all night, and in the last few seconds we got ahead, and that was it. So it was a real good victory for us.
Well, I know the fans would like to see the final seconds of the game. You and I are out here on the floor, but we'll cue the final few seconds of the game. Now, you stalled out a long time right at the end of the ball game. You didn't take a shot till, what, about 9-10 seconds to go?
Or even maybe 7. But what happened is we didn't have any timeouts left, and we took the ball off the missed rebound, and we really didn't have a set play, but we've got certain rules within our offense, and we just kind of passed it around and hit when a player was open. It just happened that it took down to 6 or 7 or 8 seconds, whatever it was. So a little patience there. And I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, we probably wouldn't have shown that patience. And so finally, we're getting into the fourth quarter, and we're holding up.
Or J.T. Banner made the basket.
Yes, he received the ball with about a few seconds before that and passed it away, and then moved back to it and got it back. Now, a couple weeks ago, the way we were playing, more than likely he'd have shot that, and it really wasn't his shot, but coming back in was. So that's just the difference between winning and losing.
Can you re-gear yourself now for the game tonight?
Well, we hope so. We had a meeting this morning and got the kids off their feet, and we played Elmhurst twice and split, so we know it's going to be a tough game, and the kids know each other, and so it's kind of a neighborhood rivalry, so it ought to be a good game.
Terry, you split with Elmhurst during the season. You won at Southside, and then you lost in the SAC at IUPU.
Well, we did split, but the first game, it was the other way around. The first game, we got them, and then I always think if you lose, you kind of got an advantage the second time in because they make adjustments and the winners don't. And so they came into our place with some adjustments, and it was enough for them, and now we're from the losing end, and hopefully we can make a couple adjustments and give us an advantage.
Well, congratulations on a great victory, and it should be an excellent ball game because there should be a lot of baskets a lot of balls going to the basket.
Yes, it should be.
Good luck, Terry. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
We'll be back at the Memorial Coliseum with more following these messages. Thank you for waiting, guys. I want to get back to the team.
That take patience. Kids, puppies, things that take patience you can eat. Eckrich beef bologna, still made with fresh cuts of meat and spices, still slow cooked for hours and hours, patiently. Because since 1895, the only way to get that purely Eckrich taste is to get there slowly. Eckrich, the very best from our house to yours.
Have Pepsi Hoosier hysteria is building. Match winning basketball scores and numbers inside Pepsi-Cola products, and you could win one of 5 trips to the NCAA Final Four in Kansas City, or one of 2 '88 Jeep Wranglers and millions of other instant prizes from Burger King. Catch Pepsi Hoosier hysteria.
The winning matchups you need to bring to CarQuest are 77 or 95.
Robert Gardner is the assistant commissioner of the Indiana High School Athletic Association out of Indianapolis, watching our fine sectional championship here this afternoon, and we're delighted to welcome him. I think the first time he's joined us at this microphone and camera since he got his job a couple of years ago. First of all, congratulations, and it's great to see you.
Thank you, Hilliard. I'm really enjoying it. Any basketball fan would certainly enjoy this ball game today.
Interesting. Dwenger going out, getting a good-sized lead, 14 points, and New Haven coming back.
Well, New Haven's made 2 runs at them. They made one in the end of the first period there, and then again there in the second quarter, and Dwenger's been able to withstand that. But the pace of this game, conditioning is really going to tell, and it's going to be an interesting second half.
I think you started with 384 teams approximately, maybe one of the most wide-open tournaments we've had.
Well, I think that's right. As you know, last night Marion went out, a 3-time defending state champion, to Mississinawa, and it's just wide open. And, you know, up here at this semi-state, you've had some familiar faces for several years in Marion and Northrop. Now both of those are out, so it's going to be really wide open here in the Fort Wayne semi-state.
Congratulations on a magnificent girls tournament.
Well, we certainly were proud of it. Of course, you have the champion here in this city, and they played very, very well. And we drew an all-time record crowd, and we just hope things are going to continue from that point.
Well, we're looking forward to another great championship in Indianapolis on the 26th. Really, it doesn't make much difference what 4 teams get down there. They're going to be tough.
No, it'll be a great tournament, and whoever's still surviving on that Saturday, I'm sure will provide a lot of thrills for all the basketball fans.
Robert Gardner, thank you so much for joining us, and come back again very soon.
Thank you, Hilliard.
Robert Gardner, Assistant Commissioner of the Association. Here is Dick DeFay with a scoring recap.
Thank you. And very quickly here, for the Dwenger Saints, who are leading here at halftime, 44-34, they've hit 48% of their shots. They've had 15 free throws, and they have converted 13 of those. They've only missed 2 charity tosses. New Haven has hit 50% of their shots, 12 out of 24. They've had 9 free throws, and they've converted 6. Dwenger out-rebounding New Haven 19-12. The turnover's pretty even. New Haven with 8, and the Dwenger Saints with only 7. Statistically, that's all we have right at the moment.
Interesting game. I don't know what's going to happen in the second half.
You seem to play in spurts. For 2 or 3 minutes, we have some great basketball, and then for a minute or two, we find players all over the floor. So let's see what's going to happen here in the second half.
Well, Dwenger had a little more poise at the beginning, but New Haven began to regain some poise in the middle of the second quarter.
New Haven seems to work better when they go into an all-court press. We'll see if they come out doing that here in the second half.
Well, and he's got the bench. He's had to go deep on the bench early. I'm sure he didn't plan to play that many players. Ron Hofer didn't.
We've got a good crowd today, so maybe we better get back to our seat before somebody takes it.
Well, you'll probably sell yours, and I might buy it. We'll be back at the Memorial Coliseum with more activity of Sectional 1 Championship following these messages.
Homeownership is more than an American dream. It's an expectation and investment. Graber Homes of Auburn plans, designs, and builds with those expectations in mind, creating a home to fit your individuality and lifestyle. Only the finest in design and quality have been acceptable to 3 generations of Graber builders since 1948. Graber Homes services what they build and offers a 10-year written insured warranty for your new home. Graber Homes, built by craftsmen who care.
One of my fondest memories as a little boy was sitting in my grandfather's chair behind his massive desk. Today, now that I'm ready to furnish my own office, I've found the best value I can get is at the all-new O'Reilly's Office Furniture World in Georgetown Square, Fort Wayne's largest office furniture showroom. From desk and chairs to files and CRT tables, O'Reilly's offers low cash and carry prices, plus complete leasing arrangements. O'Reilly's Office Furniture World in Georgetown Square. There's a world of difference.
Taking a look at the Dwenger scoring, Randy Lewandowski with 14 points to lead the Saints. Pat Murphy has picked up 7. Steve Fiacable has 4, as does Jeff Ralston. John Coretta with 11, and Tim Burns and Chris Kinney each with 2 points. For the New Haven Bulldogs is Troy Fritchie with 4. Jim Miller has 7. John Stewart leading the Bulldogs with 10. Dave Doster has 5. Mike DeCamp with 3 points, and Brian Miller coming off the bench, has 5 points as we get ready for the third quarter of play here at the Memorial Coliseum.
New Haven comes out with the lineup that started the ball game, and it'll be New Haven possession at center court. Inbounded by Troy Fritches, but held to 4 points here by a strong defensive maneuver by Bishop Dwenger. They're in a zone now. They were man-to-man during a part of the first half. The ball is loose, picked up by Dave Doster, missed, and Lewandowski rebounds for Bishop Dwenger. We'll be on the air tonight at 8 o'clock with the championship game in Sectional 2. Neither one of these teams has won a sectional championship. Troy Fritches still off target. Rebound struggle for it's loose, picked up by New Haven. Here is Doster trying to go through, but a foul was called before Doster got the ball. This will be charged to Jeff Rolfson, his third.
Jeff Rolfson, number 22 for Dwenger, picking up the foul. There's a loose ball. Fritcha has it. There was a little bit of a bump right there by Rolfson, his third foul.
Here's Fritcha shooting from the corner, but it is a little short. Chris Kinney rebounds. He started the second half, did not start the game for Bishop Dwenger, but he has excellent size and good rebounding talents as well as scores well. Wild pass will be out of bounds, be given to New Haven. New Haven is down by 10. Ron Hoper, the coach of New Haven, is a native of Etna Green, Indiana. Foul. They'll give this one, I believe, to John Coretta. No, to 34, not 24. It's Chris Kinney, his third.
That was one of those little sneaky reach-in fouls. I'll try and get the ball.
Intercepted by Chris Kinney, stolen. Coretta driving for the Saints. Ball right through the hands of Jeff Ralston and out of bounds. So the turnover gives the ball back to New Haven. Dwenger had 7 turnovers in the first half, New Haven 8. But Dwenger has turned the ball over twice already in the third quarter. Shot is missed by Troy Hoper. Rebound is blocked. Another rebound blocked again, but a foul. This will be on Pat Murphy, his second foul of this game. Steve Fiacable coming in.
Stewart making a tremendous rebound effort here. There he goes high in the air for the shot, and there's a foul, a slap by Pat Murphy. That's only his first foul, so Pat's not in any trouble. Let's try it again. Yeah, Murphy's still fouling him.
The free thrower is John Stewart, leading New Haven scorer in this game. He has 10, including 2 out of 2 at the line. Misses the first one. New Haven and Bishop Dwenger did not play each other during the regular season. New Haven NEIAC champions. 44-35. Ron Hoper coaching New Haven in his 4th year. Dwenger outside the zone, matchup zone. They match up inside. Turnaround jump shot. Bounding. Scores by Pat Murphy. He has 9. 46-35. Dwenger on top. 3-point shot is missed. It's taken by Jim Miller. Fiacable. 48-35 as Dwenger draws away a bit again. It's a 13-point lead. The biggest margin was 14. Dave Doster, a 3-pointer? No. Lewandowski rebounds. Foul. Dave Doster just reached out and grabbed Lewandowski as he went around him. Time is being called by New Haven. We'll be back here with more action at the Memorial Coliseum in sectional tournament number 1 following these messages.
Sunbeam Red's been a part of the
things that are